If I was your boyfriend, I'd never let you go. I could take you places you ain't never.
Sabay nila. Joseph kami. Yeah. Sabay dahil.
Go nga to! Laveria! I love you, Buwato! Ben, sayo din tayo para mag-reach tayo.
Pogi nga.
If I was your boyfriend, I'd never let you go. I could take you places you ain't